Rod, 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 Rod. We've been doing this podcast for God knows how many years, via phone line, via podcast, via audio. Couple years on YouTube, couple years doing the video podcast. Things change, things move. There's a lot of moving parts, but I can say this with all in all certainty. One thing I know about it, one thing that does not change, is the fact that our teams will always find a way to suck, dog, as long as we are alive, bro. So before we get into that, man, let's go ahead and get into it, man. This is the Fin Out of Water Football Podcast, where we react to NFL football. This is the week 3 reaction. On today's episode, we're gonna go lightly recap the Dolphins Bills game that happened this past Thursday. I'm gonna go ahead and break down the Cowboys Bears game, or the Bears decimation of the Cowboys, which is way more properly titled. Then we're going to get into Eagles, Rams, and we're going to talk about the rest of the NFL this week, man. So first things first, before we get into everything as far as the Dolphins breakdown and stuff like that, bro, how was this Sunday for you, brother?
I mean, this was an excellent football Sunday for me. I had some friends that I, had from college come down, FSU, you know what I'm saying? FSU's doing great this year. So is the U, you know what I'm saying? The Florida teams have been doing pretty well
No,
in
no,
college.
not all the Florida teams, because my team, the Florida fucking Gators, suck. Are an
well,
embarrassment.
well, the Gators are the ugly duckling. Yeah.
Bro, UCF is good. USF ain't that
USF.
bad.
Yeah.
Like Florida State bounced back. Miami might be the second best team in the nation, dog.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to the Gators?
The
Like,
Gators fell off, man.
this is ridiculous, bro. But yeah, back to what you were saying, my brother.
But yeah, man, I got to spend, time with some friends, and I also went out to watch the games with them today. So this was a great football weekend for me. I mean, and you know what, Herbie? Ironically, the best part was there was no Dolphins today. My disappointment came early. I got my weekly dose of disappointment on Thursday, so I was able to. Well, I didn't even put money on games today. I said, you know what? I actually want a rare, stress-free Sunday from football, because next Sunday I'm going to bet on some games. But this Sunday I said, you know what? Let me just enjoy company. Let me just enjoy the games. The Dolphins already played. It was a great Sunday, man.
I mean, my Sunday was great until 425, dog, where the Dallas Cowboys absolutely ruined my Sunday, dog. Like, but we'll get to that when we do the breakdown, man. So let's get into it, man. Let's turn back the clock, man. Let's go back to Thursday.
Yes, sir.
We had a rare opportunity where we had the preview episode that was the same day as the Dolphins were playing, bro. So we had no idea what was gonna happen. We had an idea. That idea did come to fruition, and one of the things I did ask you is, what do you think is gonna happen if the Miami Dolphins go 0-3? Would you consider that to be a lost season? Do you feel like the season is done? Do you feel like the season is over? Before we get to that question, though, I want you to just recap the game, dog. What was your overall assessment of the game itself? And then we'll go there for a more longer form conversation, Rod.
So when it comes to the game, Herbie, especially now that I'm like a few days removed, so the initial, I don't even want to call it the initial sting, because I'll be honest with you, Herbie, when I watched Tua throw that pick to pretty much seal the game for us, it was one of the rare times where I watched the Dolphins make a mistake and I just stared at the TV. I didn't react. I didn't curse. I didn't throw anything. I just stared at the TV because in a weird way, I just knew something was going to go wrong. I didn't necessarily think it was going to be a Tua pick, but I just had a feeling something was going to go wrong, which tells you where I am with the state of this team. What I will say, because I don't want to bring all this doom and gloom, because obviously the Dolphins have been eating it since Thursday night. It was actually nice to see at least the boys have some. Like, I was fully expecting these guys to get completely curb stomped, because there's been plenty of times we go to Buffalo, especially in this regime. 2023 actually comes to mind, where we go to Buffalo and they just destroy us, right? But the Dolphins came out, they showed some heart early in the game. They fought. The defense actually got some stops. The defense is showing signs of improvement. I think Anthony Weaver is slowly figuring out exactly what he has in terms of the players in the secondary, as well as figuring out the best ways to position guys in the front seven. But ultimately, Herbie, look, the way I look at it, Herbie, it was a hard fought game. We were against a division rival, but we made too many mistakes. You look at the Zach Sealer penalty, you look at the Tua interception, which has been broken down by various figures on YouTube, from Kurt Warner to JT O'Sullivan to Marcellus Wiley to like, for whatever reason, this interception is the most popular interception I've seen in a long time. But ultimately, Herbie, the Dolphins are what the Dolphins are, and that is, Bill Parcells once said, "You are what your record says you are," and we are an 0-3 team. And even though we fought hard, at the end of the day, there are no moral victories. A loss is a loss, and we are winless.
Okay, so let's move the conversation forward then, man. You guys are 0-3. We said it. We said if you guys go 0-3, that, I mean, might as well call the season done. Do you still feel that way after these 3 games?
Here's the thing, Herbie. When you look at the history of the league and you look at, just the reality of things, I'm not going to say that it's 100% impossible. Like, you know what? I'll give the Dolphins a 0.5% chance of turning it around.
Right.
Here's the thing, Herbie, and this is what kills me about this. Shout out to True. True, I know you feel me, my boy. But this is what kills me about the Dolphins, Herbie. The thing that I'm afraid of the most is the fact that we have a best case scenario that equals our worst case scenario. And what I mean by that is the Dolphins are 0-3 right now, Herbie. So let's be honest. Realistically, we're going to win what? If the Dolphins at their absolute best, they turn it around, they'll win what? 9 games?
9 games, 8. And then
right? So the best case scenario, Herbie, is also the worst case scenario, because what? If the Dolphins end up rattling off a bunch of wins, they'll be around 9-8, 8-9, and that'll put us where, Herbie? Where we always are, in the middle.
Slab dab in the middle.
So really, Herbie, Dolphin fans only really have 2 results that we really want, and one of them kind of sucks because nobody who loves football wants to see their team lose. Right?
Absolutely.
Even though it's more beneficial sometimes for your team to lose in terms of draft positioning and, acquiring capital and whatnot. But at the end of the day, Herbie, there's 2 results for this team that you want. You either want the Dolphins to have a miraculous turnaround, and for me, personally, a miraculous turnaround involves winning a playoff game. There is no indication at all that this team is going to win a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? None. You know what I'm saying? Dro, hey.
Yeah, it's a sad day.
My boy. I'm glad I ain't put no money on them.
It's a sad day. Oh, you glad you ain't put no money on the bum-ass Packers. Guess who did? This guy. Rod, don't you hate when you like, okay, I know that team not going to lose, so let me try to build the rest out of my ticket. If you could have slapped me, with a hot pan and said, do you think the Packers are going to lose? Yes or no, dog? I would have said, man, slap me, man. Them boys ain't losing by any means, man. It's the Browns. These are Super Bowl contenders, dog. 3 quarters, it's 3-0. I'm like, ain't no way, bruh. Like, do y'all know what they did to the Packers today? The same guy that I said looked like a used car salesman, bro, Mason Graham, who got drafted to the Cleveland Browns, the defensive tackle, who does not look like a defensive tackle, had a 43% pass rush win rate today.
Oh, they were nasty today.
They were disgusting. The Browns might be the best defense in all of football. They're only allowing 200 yards a game to offenses, dog. Like, it was ugly. Like, ugly. But we will talk more about that in the future, man. Back to the Dolphins, man.
But yeah, Herbie, the Dolphins are in a position, Herbie, where there's only 2 results fans can really want. The Dolphins fans this either has to spiral completely out of control to where we lose to the Jets Monday night and it just tanks from there, or we have a miraculous turnaround where we win a playoff game, which is not, like, Herbie, we have a 0.5% chance of that happening. That's what I'm giving it. I'm not even going to give it a full single digit. I'm going to give it a decimal, a 0.5% chance of us turning it around, winning a playoff game. That's what I'm giving it. And I'll get into those reasons on the Thursday preview show when we preview the game for the Jets. But as of right now, Herbie, the Dolphins are not in a position that you really want to be in because the team is just essentially going to be fighting for 500, which what fan, and True said it, who wants to be fighting for purgatory? We've been here. We've been here. I don't want to fight for purgatory anymore. I don't want to be a 9-8 team, Herbie. I don't want to be 8-9. I don't want to be 8-8. I'm tired.
I can hear it. I can hear it. Right, listen, dog. It seems okay, guys. We're gonna bring y'all under the hood for a little bit, right quick, dog. Rod, for the sake of this podcast, somebody has to be a fan of a team, dog. Like when you said you felt nothing when they threw that pick, you starting to sound like me, dog. If you end up being like me, dog, then we ain't gonna have nothing to talk about, bro.
I'll put it to you like this. When I was talking to one of my friends today, they were just like, I was explaining to them like how I was explaining being a Dolphin fan to somebody, and they were just like, this is how you talk about your team. And I told them, I said, let me tell you something. This is the most abusive relationship I have in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
for sure.
I've been dealing with this for 30 years, bro. That's like, I'm supposed to be just happy about this? I'm supposed to just be, yeah, they're going to get him next time. No, Herbie.
No, hell no.
No.
Why would I be?
Listen, anybody who's been a Dolphin fan long enough, and there are some fans who've been a fan of this team for 50 years, 60. Herbie, they're suffering even more than me because at least they got to watch the great Dan Marino. Herbie, I've been watching Jay Fiedler, and there are fans who talk about Jay Fiedler like he was some disgusting.
Nasty.
Chad Henne, Cleo Lemon,
yuck,
Gus Barat,
ew.
Herbie, if I keep spitting out names, Herbie, this podcast will start stinking for the people who watch this. I can't even go. All right? But at the end of the day, I've been dealing with this for 30 years, dog. I'm not just going to be sitting here smiling. You know, shout out to all the other Dolphin YouTubers who do their due diligence, who keep it positive, but I don't got to do that. Fuck that.
Bro, you know what's so funny, bro? Like, I'll be watching the Dolphins Collective, and I watch Dudley Do-Right and all these dudes, bro. It's like, I know y'all faking it, dog. Stop it. Bro. Like, I know what this team is doing to y'all. I'm not even a fan, and they doing it to me. So I know what it's doing to y'all. Like y'all ain't got it, bro. Keep it 1K, man. Keep it 1,000. Wow.
TD keeps it 1K, man. The rest of them try to hide it, man. The rest of them try to hide it, man. For real.
Hey, the homie Joe said, man, Dolphins should go to 37U. Nah, now you tripping, all right? That's for the Raiders. The Raiders are 37U. The Browns are 37U. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of teams that's 37U worthy, bro. You ain't got to do the Dolphins like that, man. So, before we go ahead and close this chapter and move on with the rest of the NFL reaction, man, is there any last words you have to say about the Dolphins before we put a bow on the Week 3 performance of the Dolphins, man? Through almost one quarter of Dolphins football.
What I'll say is this, Herbie. The Dolphins have been a dysfunctional offense, and on Thursday I'll get into the reasons why I think Tua has regressed, especially compared to his 2022-2023 self. But look, Herbie, there's no such thing as a turnaround that's impossible. Like, the NFL is a crazy freaking sport.
We've seen that today.
Today is one of the most unpredictable days you could have, right? And even though as bad as the Dolphins looked, Herbie, I watched other teams today, and I thought to myself, as bad as I feel like my team is right now, I still think, like, there is an opportunity for them to be good. But here's the thing, Herbie. I'm just tired of what we have right now. I'm tired of the quarterback. I'm tired of the coach. Even though I actually think the coach gets a bad rep, I'll explain all that on Thursday. And I'm tired of the GM especially. Like, it's just like I want to clean. And, you know, the fucked up thing is, Herbie, you want to clean house, but what's your answer, right? Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what coach I want. I don't know what GM I want. I don't know what quarterback I want. I just don't want these guys. I just don't want these guys anymore. Like, I've seen what these guys can do, I feel like. Herbie, this team, I didn't realize it at the time, but in 2023, we maxed out. I just didn't know it. I just didn't know. Like, nobody knew. We thought that we could improve and build upon. No. 2023 was as good as it was going to get, and we were injured with half of our team. So it's unfortunate, but Herbie, I'm ready to start over, man. That's
the thing about the NFL, man. Like, when it goes extremely fast, man. So,
like that.
Yeah, like that, man. So let's give it on with the rest of the NFL, man. Rod, dog.
Your turn, my boy.
Rod, man. Rod, man. I got to go ahead and play the music, bro, for being a clown, dog.
You gotta do yourself like that.
Rod, let me take you through my experience today, dog. Today was the first time in 2 years, Rod, 2 seasons, dog, that there was this sense of warmth inside of me, dog. There was this sense of pride inside of me, dog. I felt connected to the Dallas Cowboys again, bro. I'm going off of a high from last week. I said, you know what, dog? If I'm a root for some losers, at least let me root for some exciting losers, right? Like, you feel me? Like, y'all putting up points, y'all doing y'all thing, you feel me? Like, man, whatever, man, I'm back. They just when I think I'm out, they keep pulling me back in, right? I'm like, it's the Bears. We got Matt Eberflus on as our DC. He gonna want for revenge. We should be playing with energy. We should be coming with that smoke. Like, we doing this for Matt, you feel me? Big Matt EB, you know what I'm saying? Big Matt Bit Flush, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then something happened, Rod. The Dallas Cowboys are still the Dallas Cowboys, man. Everything that we said 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever we made that video when we were doing our season preview, everything came to fruition. What did I say? Trayvon Diggs is not your savior. Javonte Williams is not your savior. Miles Sanders is not your savior. George Pickens, for as good as he's been, is not your savior. Like, these dudes is losers, man.
You know what's a shame, too? Dak is playing well.
Dog,
Dak is playing as good as
that's really the main reason why I wanted to come back, dog. This is the main reason why I wanted to come back. Because at the end of the day, Dak has been playing very close to the dude who finished second in MVP voting 2 seasons ago. 2023 Dak was a monster, right? Like, he was ass in 2024, but he was really good in 2023, dog. You know what, bro? Michael wasn't their savior, but you know what you could use when you can't get pass rush on Caleb Williams? Dude, I don't know. A Hall of Fame 4-time All-Pro pass rusher, dog.
That defense, man, they can't get any pressure, bro. That shit's insane.
You got to understand, this is a team where one of their star players who left, they asked him, how do you feel about the Cowboys, man? And I'm talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. Man, say, man, they ain't going to win anything over there, bro. Who says that, man?
No respect, bro.
Like, it ain't even about respect. It's just he honestly in his heart of heart believed that, dog, so much that he got to tell the world, dog. I've never heard a professional football player say that about their former team. They might say, oh, I wanted to get revenge on them. Oh, I wanted to stick it to them. I wanted to show them. Bruh said in the most apathetic way, man, they ain't never winning anything over there. Like, I had to go, bruh. He talking like us.
No faith, bro.
He talking like he us.
That's crazy.
Where my clown shoes, man? Where the paint? Where the makeup? I need it all. I need it all, dog. Give it to me, man. Throw a pie at my face at this point, dog. Like, what was I thinking? And like, seriously, what the hell was I thinking today? I woke up, bro, Rod, I woke up in a stupendous mood, fam. I was, bro, butterflies was moving. I heard hummingbirds, bro. I seen a ray of sunshine come down when I opened the door, dog. That's how I felt. I've literally tricked myself into thinking it was going to be different, fam. This is what I get, dog. Shame on me. I can't be mad at the Cowboys for today, bro. They are who they are. They gonna do what they do. You can't be mad at a hoe for being a hoe. If you love that hoe, love your hoe, man.
But understand who she is.
Understand that she is gonna fuck the whole neighborhood. I did this to myself, dog. I'm the clown, man. Jerry not a clown. Dak not a clown. CD not a clown. I'm the clown, dog. I'm the clown for breaking my 2-year breakup, bro. I've been celibate for 2 years, dog. And they fucked me out the gate today, bro. No lubrication, no condom.
It's the opponent too, right? Considering how much they were struggling, bro. Right? Like, the people were making videos about Caleb Williams not being able to read defenses. Well, he could read the Dallas Cowboys today.
Bruh. I legitimately, dog, like, I'm surprised my hand isn't cut up for how many times I slammed my hand on the table today, bro. Like, busted coverage after busted coverage after busted coverage. This is the best game Caleb Williams has ever played as a professional football player. But they were making it very easy for him. First bomb, Trayvon Diggs bum ass trips on a jam. How you jam and then you the one that fall down, right? And it's football, it happens, right? But it happened. Of course it happened to Trayvon Diggs. Second bomb. Y'all niggas getting bombed on a flea. Y'all falling for flea flickers, dog, in 2025, dog. Nigga, you can't even complete a flea flicker in Madden. And y'all falling for flea flickers?
Crazy, bro.
Third touchdown. Just a regular bite on a play action. Leave somebody wide open in the end zone on a play action to a tight end. Wide open, everybody. Y'all are the first team to allow DeAndre Swift to look like LaDainian Tomlinson, dog.
And Swift hasn't even been playing well the first 2 games.
At all. Every single touchdown was from bad defense. This is a bad defense. And we said this. The Cowboys are 1-2 now. Like, everything we said coming into the season, bro, is coming to fruition. We got it wrong on CJ Stroud. We got it wrong on Geno Smith. Everything else we've been spot on, bro. We have been calling this ish like we see it. I told Cowboy fans, this is going to be another bad season. Like, as long as that man is upstairs, bro, you're never going to get any kind of progress.
That's it. Simple as
Do
that.
you know who could have made a difference today?
Micah.
The guy who has the smallest number 1 on a jersey I've ever seen in my life, Micah Parsons, bro. That number 1 on Micah Parsons in Green Bay is disgusting, by the way. We're not really going to talk about that. But still, he could have made a difference today. Not having terrible corners could have made a difference today. Not having no kind of edge rush could have made a difference today. Not having bad coverage linebackers could have made a difference today, dog. This team, Rod. This team has been the bane of my existence since 2001, dog. I can't believe they went out like suckers today against the Bears. If y'all, like, the Bears, they were saying they might bench Caleb Williams a week ago, fam. And y'all turned him into Aaron Rodgers. I can't make this up, man. I can't make this up. But again, dog, I'ma love my hoe, man. She my hoe, man. What else I got to do? What I got to lose at this point, Rod?
Listen, man, you ain't got shit to lose, man.
I ain't got nothing to lose, right? I ain't got nothing to lose, man. I'ma just love my hoe, man.
Shout out to the homie
Cap in the building, man. First things first, man. We gotta go ahead. Cap in the building, Dro in the building, True in the building, the homies in the building, man. Showing love, man.
Cap, the OGs.
All right, man. So let's get on with the rest of the NFL, man. Another reason why this loss really, really hurt is because at the 1 o'clock hour, we had an incredible game that should have never, ever been close, bro. Eagles-Rams. I'm going to go shortly because I know you have more notes. But the fact that game turned into what that was, it is infuriating to see this Eagles team be the resilient team. I hate these guys, Rod. I hate them so much, dog. They are 19-1 in their last 20 games, bro. They have become the Chiefs, bro. Just winning by ridiculous manners, winning any kind of way, winning in the most annoying way. Y'all blocked a field goal, a game-winning field goal, and took it to the house.
Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis, man.
Are you kidding
me? He was a
me?
monster all game too.
We had 2 blocked field goals for touchdown returns, 3 blocked field goals in total, all to win the game in one day.
No, today's been the craziest field goal kicking day ever. Has to be. In terms of field goal blocks. Too many games where that happened.
I just, what is going, like, we can't even get field goals. We lost the fundamentals on field goals, right? Like, but back to the game itself, dog. When that game was 26-7 or 23-7, whatever it was, I was doing backflips. I was high-fiving. I was like, yes, this nigga Jalen Hurts is getting exposed. Let's go. And then the homie Don put in the group chat, man, the Rams are looking like a contender, dog. The football gods must have seen that text message, bro. Because from that point on, the Rams did not look like contenders. The freaking Eagles looked like world beaters. And I had to see the team, my second most hated team ever, come back. I had a whole thesis ready to go in on Jalen Hurts that I had to hit the lead on, Rod. I'm says Z right now, dog. I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach. Because nobody could get these guys to shut the hell up, man.
They win, Herbie. They win. Like that, and that's the Herbie. Here's the thing about that game. That game is the ultimate example of a tale of two halves. When you look at the way the Rams were playing in the first half, outside of Matthew Stafford's first interception, after that interception, the Rams went on to score 26 unanswered points. And then the Eagles go on to score 26 unanswered points, which is just completely unbelievable. Like the swing in that is just so that's just something that doesn't happen, but it just goes to show you, Herbie. And it feels messed up to say this about the Eagles, but at the end of the day, they are champions. They showed championship medal today.
Yeah, they did. I as much as I want to take it from them, I can't because they literally got everything that they it wasn't no cheap stuff. It wasn't none. No, they earned it. They took it.
Earned it.
They had to convert a fourth down to tie the game or take the lead. They had to block the game-winning field goal. Like they had to earn that, dog. And it really rubs me the wrong way for 2 reasons. One, there's not a city in the world that deserves a good team less than the city of Philadelphia. I will die in my grave saying that. That freaking dump doesn't deserve a world-class organization. 2, the world-class organization is in my division. I have to see my competition. I have to see the standard. I have to look at it. I have to see a well-coached team, a well-run team, a well-put-together team. The team is so good that Nick Sirianni looks like he's a serious coach, and we all know he's unserious. We all know he's unserious.
Man.
This is just terrible for me, Rod. Like this, what a worse Sunday. You can't make a worse Sunday for me right now, dog.
You can, Herbie, because if the Giants win, yeah, you can.
And still, Dro, I got no choice, dog. I stopped rooting for these dudes for 2 seasons, bruh. I tried becoming a Ravens fan, bro. I tried becoming, who else I tried to become, dog? I tried to become a Packers fan. I can't do it, man. Like,
they're in too deep, man.
I shed tears over these bums, dog. Once you cry over something, like that's a soul. I got a soul tie with these dudes, bro. Like, where am I supposed to go, bro? Like, I cry. I shed real tears over these niggas, man. Like, I'm locked in, man. I'm 4PF, man. I'm locked in, man. Like, I got nothing, bro. Like, there's nothing that can fill the void, dog, at all, man. May I suggest a wag? No, I'm not joining the Bills, bro. I'm not trying to throw people through
JPS, shout out
no.
to the homie, man. You a
I'm
Bills
not.
fan, but
We not throwing people through no tables. I'm not covering myself in
hey,
freaking
man,
mustard and
my man is
ketchup.
not
No,
trying to
man.
swan town bomb off a trailer. Okay,
Like,
he's not trying to do that.
right? You know, that's what I'm saying, Dro. True, that's my hoe, man. That's my hoe, man. I left her alone for 2 years, man. But hey, man, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she belonged to the streets and she belonged to me, man. I'm just gonna share it with the streets, man. But yeah, man, let's talk about the rest of the NFL, man. What were some other things that you found interesting, bro?
I got some Sunday observations right here, man. One of the first things I wrote down. It's funny you mentioned what our homie said in the chat, Herbie, because one of the first things I wrote was, with good help, the Rams are a contender this season, and they literally went on to crap the bed after that.
Absolutely crap the bed.
Like it was like, and it, to the point of where I thought Matthew Stafford was like hurt. I'm like, is this dude hurt? Like, what's going on? But they just, it was like I said, it was a tale of two halves, right? The one thing I do want to say though, Herbie, the Vikings, they throttled the Bengals today. And shout out to Isaiah Rodgers for doing something that the Vikings have never done in their franchise history, which is he is the first player in Vikings franchise history to have 2 defensive touchdowns in the same game, both of which being over 60 yards, including a pick six and a fumble return.
He had a 99.9 PFF grade, the highest ever.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't even know
The
that.
highest ever for a cornerback. Like you can make the argument he had the greatest game a cornerback has ever had, bro. Shout out to Jake Browning, man. That dude he's gonna throw the ball to the other team for sure. For
Well,
sure.
you know what? I don't blame him for the fumble, man. That's on the receiver who had that fumble. But to your point, yeah, Jake Browning has thrown 5 interceptions in 2 starts.
Man, shout out to him, man.
Things don't bode well for the Bengals, Herbie. As a matter of fact, Herbie, I wrote something down for the Bengals here, but I'll just say it here, Herbie. At the end of the day, and this is the funny part, Tua gets all this crap for his injury concerns and being injury prone. Joe Burrow has been injured more than Tua has.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's
You
all
know
about perception,
He's
man.
accomplished more, quote unquote, because he went to a Super Bowl. I got you. But at the end of the day, Herbie, he's never healthy. He's never healthy. And look at what the Bengals have to deal with now that they don't have a top 4, top 5 quarterback, and you have to deal with a backup. They lose 48-10.
But you know the thing about it though, right? Like he's culpable in that because at some point you just can't wait. Like one, you got to know how to take hits, right? Like you got to know how to protect yourself. Lamar Jackson, who runs around, does all kind of stuff. He's not out here missing of damn near whole seasons, bro. He knows how to protect himself. Like Joe Burrow does not know how to protect himself. And like if you see some of the hits that he's be taking, he getting lit up. Like when Myles Garrett did that loop around on that stunt and had a clean shot on him, I thought I seen somebody get hit by a Kamehameha, dog. Like for real, dog. Like that dude looked dead. Like he looked like a cartoon character that got hit by a car, bro. That was just laying flatline, dog. Like I'm like, you gotta know how to protect yourself. I'm seeing the same thing with Drake May. Like Drake May, I like Drake May. I think Drake May reminds me of early Josh Allen, where it's just like he can't help himself because he can't help himself. Like he's
gonna do dumb shit.
He's just gonna do something dumb every single time. Yeah. You already had 4 fumbles today in a game, and you threw a pick in the game. You gotta have ball security, right? Like he just puts himself in danger because he doesn't know when to take the L. Like at some point, and Tom Brady said it, and has been saying it, dog. He's like, yeah, you could complain about the O-line, you could complain about lack of personnel, but your job as a quarterback is to protect yourself. Like there's so many aspects of quarterbacking that we take for granted because the great ones make it look so routine that we have no idea of just how hard it is to keep the presence, to keep the composure, to have the presence of mind to not do something stupid when you have 300-pound linemen who run 4.6 coming at your head top. It's those little things. It's all right. I will take the sack. I will throw the ball away. I will not take a 16-yard sack here, bro. Like those little things add up. Drake May, this dude, you see 5 yellow jerseys coming at you, dog. Why are you trying to do a flip the ball and do a toss, bro? They slapped that shit out this nigga hand, man. Like, 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 it's just all these little things that we take for granted, bro, that go a long way when it comes to playing quarterback, dog. But all in all, man, Joe Burrow is culpable. Yes, does he have a great offensive line? No. You play for the Bengals. Your owner is Mike Brown, the cheapest owner in all of football. We're talking about a man who made a $2,000 or $5,000 donation to a political affiliate, and then asked that same the person he donated to give him back $1,700. This is a world class cheap nigga. That's your owner, dog.
Yep.
You not getting the O line, fam. This is what you got. You wanted them to pay T. Higgins. You wanted them to pay Jamar Chase. What you thought was gonna happen.
Facts. Facts.
So it is on you now to protect yourself. And he has not done that at all. Like, people are going to look at how many games he's played and be shocked. Because like you said, Tua has the reputation for being somebody who is always hurt and who's always damaged. Tua's played more games than Joe Burrow. He's played more games than Joe Burrow. They came out in the same year. They're both in the same draft, 2020. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Like, I ain't got no remorse for Joe Burrow, dog. Nigga, you wanted them to draft your homeboy? Bet. All pro. Top 2 receiver in the league. You got it. You just ain't on the field with that nigga, dog.
Yeah, hardly. Hardly.
At all, bro. What else you got for me?
So this is something crazy to say, but this is just an honest opinion after watching 3 weeks of the AFC South. The Colts might be the best team in that division, Herbie.
It's hilarious.
Like, the Colts might be the best team. And, like, I'm watching the Jags and the Texans today have a struggle fest. You look at who's the other team in that division?
The Titans, the other unserious team. The
team that the Colts whooped on today. That's why I forgot about them.
Man, you know how forgettable you are that you forgot the team that they played was the other team that you were thinking about. That's how forgettable players are.
Yes. I forgot. The Titans are in the same division. I forgot, man.
That's pretty bad.
He's got a knock against Cam Ward. He's a rookie. He has his learning. He's having his growing pains. You know what I mean? But I gotta tell you, Herbie, the Colts, and it's not just because they kicked my team's ass, because they destroyed my team, but the Colts have impressed me overall, Herbie. And Shane Steichen deserves a lot of credit, because you have a team that really nobody was really giving the Colts a chance, Herbie, outside of maybe the most optimistic Colts fans. He's getting the most you could possibly get out of Daniel Jones. He's getting the most out of the talent they have, and they've had a good offensive line. They have a good running back room. They have good receivers. You know what I'm saying? So it's all coming to fruition. What I didn't expect was how good the defense would be. How you know what I mean? And the defense hasn't been great, but they've done enough.
They've done enough.
You know, and the team. Listen, Herbie, the team right now, the Colts are 3-0. Who would have suspected that coming into the season when you're thinking about the Texans and even the Jags?
Y'all know what I said, man. This is what we gonna do. AR-15. Switch that jersey number. Go get you a 9 or go get you an 8. Go either be a pass rusher or go be a tight end, my boy. Because if Shane Steichen could do this with Daniel Jones,
it can't do nothing with you.
It can't do nothing with you. You had to really be P.U. stinky, dog. Man. You had to be a bag of ass. If this is what Shane Steichen could turn Daniel Jones into. We came into this season thinking that, like, Daniel Jones couldn't throw the ball 30 yards down the field last year, fam. Like, he legitimately couldn't throw. You ask any Giants fan, he couldn't throw. That just lets you know how mentally done he was with the Giants. And again, it does speak to, okay, I'm a type of person, and I'm going to always die on this hill. A great player is going to be a great player no matter what the situation is, right? But we have to recontextualize how we approach that conversation when it comes to quarterbacks who do not succeed in certain situations. The reality is that most of these guys are system quarterbacks. 99% of these quarterbacks are system quarterbacks. And outside of the great ones, the all-time great ones, the Peyton Mannings, whoever that could be great anywhere, most of these guys have to be in the right system. And if you don't put these guys in the right system, you're gonna get all these failures. You're gonna get a flame out like a Sam Darnold. You're gonna get a flame out like a Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones looked like somebody who was legitimately not supposed to be on a football field. He was signed to be a backup, dog. And he looks like he might be the MVP of the league. Anthony Richardson and Brian Daboll, y'all need to get out of the NFL, dog. Like, it's over for y'all. It's over. Like, y'all reputations is in the gutter, fam. Like, for real, kid. Like, Brian Daboll did that to Daniel Jones. Shane Steichen couldn't do this with Anthony Richardson.
I would argue. Here's what I would argue for Brian Daboll, Herbie, and I'm not. I have no dog in this fight, but I'm just saying this for him. Brian Daboll got that job because of how good he made Josh Allen look. So they were expecting.
But that's the thing, though, right? And not to cut you off, I really apologize, right? Because I hear that. But maybe Josh Allen got Brian Daboll the job, right? Like, maybe it's in reverse. Maybe it's the reverse. Look how many people Tom Brady got hired, dog. That sucked.
Romeo Crennel got mad jobs because of this guy, man.
Like, Charlie Weiss got a job, and Charlie Weiss sucked. Josh McDaniels sucks. Like, these guys suck, bro, because we talked about it last time, bro. Adam Gase. You already know it's a tall boy, man. Rod always comes with a tall boy. You know it's a tall boy, man. You know that. Man, it's fin out of water, man. It ain't fin out of water if you ain't got the tall boy, man. You know that tall boy is on deck, man. You know that tall boy is on deck. All right, so we not up for time, but let's go ahead and run through the rest of the observations, and I'm gonna get to mine, and then we get to the funny tweets of the week.
So one of my other observations is block field goals for scores has been the highlight of the day. Herbie, the Bucs game had it. Fucking, I think the Jets. I think it was the Jets that ran one back. Actually,
yeah, Jets ran one back. Eagles ran one back, and then there was because it was three. Who was the other one?
49ers. No,
was it?
No, it wasn't 49ers.
It was Rams, Eagles, Jets, Bucks, and
there was another.
The Browns and Packers.
The Browns and Packers. That's right.
Browns and Packers.
Yeah, they blocked the game-winning field goal on the Packers. Yeah, that's right. And then what else do I have? What else did I write down here? This is like a random tidbit, but the Seahawks returned their first punt touchdown in 10 years. I didn't know that. I thought that was interesting.
That's insane.
Yeah, they had a punt return touchdown today. So they dominated today.
That is insane. They completely
dominated. My final points are for the Chargers-Broncos game. First and foremost, dog, the Chargers defense is geeked up. They have a geeked up ass defense this season, bro. And that's something that just cannot be ignored.
The Broncos too. You know, the Broncos had 5 sacks today. Like
they had 2. Yeah, I was looking. Listen, this was, and we called it on the preview. This was going to be a defensive game. Like, this was a game that was – what's the final score, 23-20?
Yeah, 23-20, yeah.
This was probably Herbert's worst game of the season, but it wasn't even his fault. Like, he was going up against a legitimately ferocious defense. But shout out to him and Bo for putting up good performances. Bo actually used some mobility today, and as well as Herbert. But look, at the end of the day, Herbie, this was I picked the Broncos to win. I'm still high on the Broncos, right? The problem that the Broncos are actually having is that they're in a tough division. You have the Chiefs, you have the Chargers, the Chargers are a legitimate contender this year, Herbie. I don't think it could be for you to start the season with 3 straight division wins. That's not easy to do for anybody.
Yeah, that gives you a very comfortable lead for sure.
That's that's not easy to do for anybody. And you look at the way the Chargers defense has played. You look at the way the Chargers have played in terms of Herbert. Listen, Herbie, the beefs that I've had with Herbert, and we have listed these beefs on this channel. I just can't put money on the dude. He's great.
Listen.
He's been great on film.
Listen, we've never denied his talent. We've always said, I've said it repeatedly, he's a top 5 talent, right? But there's a clear difference in who he is this year up until this point. There's only been 3 games, and who he's been in the past, right? The difference is And there's going to be Herbert defenders. Oh, he has 14 game-winning drives. He has multiple teams where he put his team in position to win, and the
Listen,
defense
he ain't letting his nuts hang like he's been
he
this year.
didn't letting his nuts hang, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you are in those positions, that means you're not doing enough in the game to build a comfortable enough lead. So you have to do something last minute, right? Like, there you are. If you're always in these close games, that means you're letting opportunities get away from you in the first, second, and third quarter, dog. Just because you might have had a comeback, that doesn't excuse what happened in the beginning. Remember, up until this point, he was 41-37 as a starter. He was barely above 500. He's only been to the playoffs twice. What top 5 quarterback only been to the playoffs twice in 5 years? That we don't consider you a top 5 quarterback. Being in the playoffs is the standard. Joe Burrow, because he has white privilege, gets to skate off of that issue too. But you saw what Joe Burrow did last year, that he made it undeniable that you had to put him in conversations. Justin Herbert is doing the same thing this year, bro. Right. He dropped his nuts. There's a level of consistency. There's a level of urgency. That's really the word I want to use, urgency. Like, he's playing like every single position matters. He's running more. He's more aggressive. He's actually throwing the ball downfield for real. Right? Like, he's using this ridiculous arm that he has, that he hasn't, in a way that he hasn't done since his rookie year. So, yeah, bro, do your thing, dog. Listen, if you really like that, you could make something out of Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson is balling this year, so you have to really be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. So, quick question: do you have a top 5 observations, or are those your observations?
Those are basically my majority of my observations. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I'm gonna just go through mine real quick, and then we get to the funny tweets of the week. And then, that should be it. And we have to closing thoughts and we get about here. All right, man. Here go my top 5 red zone observations, man. We're going to blitz through them real quick, man. The Vikings are a J.J. McCarthy benching away from being an elite team, bro.
Imagine that. They were great with Sam Darnold last year. Crazy.
Right. Number 2, C.J. Stroud might be washed for real, man. It's hurting seeing what's going on with my guy, man. We had him number 7 QB. He looking ass cheeks, man.
He looking rough.
Number 3, man, Joe. This is a shot at your team, bro. Super Bowl contenders should not struggle with the Cleveland Browns. All right, what are we doing, dog? Now, mind you, I wrote that before y'all lost. Like, y'all were up 10-0 when I wrote that. Like, the Packers were up. When I wrote that, the Packers were up 10-0. I was like, all right, y'all shouldn't be struggling with the Browns, but y'all are going to win. Little did I know, dog. Joe, man. Joe, you got to get this, fam. Number 4, man. Michael Penix is the saying, F it, somebody down there brought to life, bro. Michael Penix don't give a damn. He don't give a F. He's just going to throw it. Like, Michael Penix throws with so much conviction, like he not about to throw a pick just for it to be a pick 6. Like, that pick 6 he threw, I saw him biting his lip, Rod. I could see it through his face mask, dog.
He envisioned the touchdown.
He envisioned a touchdown, dog, right? Like, that, man, he just said, He threw that thing with a, like, I heard him say, hell yeah, bro. And that shit went all the way to the other end zone, dog. Number 5, man. Final red zone observation, man. Jags Texans is the most unserious football the NFL has to offer every single year, bro. That is a unserious matchup in a very unserious division. Nobody wanted to win that game today, Rod. Trevor Lawrence didn't want to win it. CJ Stroud didn't want to win it. They had fumble. They were having a fumble off. They were having a pick off. They were going band for band with the turnovers. Like, nobody wanted that bit, bro. Somebody had to win the game, dog. Very, very unserious game, bro, for sure, man. And let's go ahead and get the award, man. My bad dope of the week. That, and anybody who doesn't know, if you're not familiar, this is a long thing that we've had for a very long time. Bad dope of the week is who we award. It could be a player, a coach, or a scenario, or the team as a whole, which is the worst or dumbest play of the week, man. So my award goes to him, and we were speaking about the Atlanta Falcons. One of the worst 2-minute offenses I've ever seen in my life. You got like 6 seconds. There's only one thing you can do in this situation going into halftime. You have 6 seconds. You have no timeouts. What is the one thing that you cannot do, Rod? And the Falcons found a way to do it. You cannot throw in the middle of the field, bro, in a 2-minute drill. And you don't got no timeouts, dog. The Falcons were trying to get a field goal range, threw in the middle of the field, and the time ran out. No timeouts. The timer just ran out, bro. You got. I can't remember they coach. Raheem Morris. You got Raheem Morris just looking like this, nigga. You the coach, nigga. Like, tell him what to do.
Hey, shout out to my homie Joe. Hey, just for my Joe, I'm gonna give you a hell yeah, and that's the bottom line. Cause Rod Stone said so.
You already know, man. All right, man. Let's get to the funny tweets of the week and have our closing thoughts and get up out of her, man. So we got funny tweets and we got some other tweets, but this I just wanted to show this first because this is an example of everything that we talked about when it came to Ash and Jency on our last episode. Everything, right? People are hyping this up. People are saying, oh, look what Ashton Jency could do if you give him a hole or when people block. And he's doing the same thing. Yes, he shows lateral agility. Yes, he shows good vision. But what does he do? He runs into contact.
Always chasing contact, man.
He's always chasing contact, bro. He can't help himself, dog. If he made that dude miss, it's a foot race. There's nobody else. Nobody's to chase you. Like, you do one cut move. Cut. It's you and him. That's the safety. There's nobody else. There should be nobody else at that point. But he can't help himself, bro. Like, you limit your actual potential for a big play. Now let's show the difference, right? I'm gonna go up to this play. This is Jonathan Taylor who scored, doing something similar. He had the same situation, dog.
Yep.
Same situation. He cut through. He got open. He didn't chase contact. He made somebody miss and hit a spin move.
Hit that spin. Ooh, that spin was nasty too.
Like, there's a clear difference in why it's important to not chase contact, not create contact, not just run straight into people, dog. Because when you do that, you limit what you can actually do on the play. This, like, people have been hyping up this play saying, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, whatever, dog. Like, you got it, bro.
They
like,
keep falling for the same trap, Herbo.
That's why he's averaging 3 yards a carry right now. Like y'all could keep blaming that O-line if y'all want, man. But let's get into the funny tweets, man. There was some funny tweets I seen, dog. This one right here, man. Jalen Hurts, when you ask him to throw to his Legion of All-Pro offensive lineman, dog.
Smoking crack, dope, cocaine, wrong guy. Wrong guy. Wrong guy. Dope, cocaine, wrong guy.
Hey, that first half, it wasn't looking pretty for the Eagles.
I know, right? It's on AJ Brown when Jalen Hurts started passing to him, dog. Oh, this is another one I found funny, man. Michael Penix do-rag fly off. We gonna see his brain showing like that SpongeBob episode.
Scroll up.
Oh, my bad. It's right here. Michael Penix do-rag fly off. We all gonna see his brain showing like that SpongeBob episode, man.
Oh, shit.
Here go another one, bro. Bryce Young. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me see. Hold on. Bryce Young, if you played the Falcons every week, dog, this made me laugh.
Got that boy looking like Brady. This one made me die laughing, bro. It was so racist, but I was cracking up, dog. Michael Penix wearing a do-rag under his helmet tells you all you need to know. Just a pure nigger running around the field. Wow. Wow. Damn, boy.
Hey.
Fuck all fucking X.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That had me kind. I was lying. I was laughing, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I know I'm not supposed to laugh, bro, but that shit was funny as hell, dog. All right, and before we get out of here, man, I want to show this play right. This is one of the many embarrassing plays for the Cowboys, but yo, shout out to Caleb Williams. This is a ridiculous throw, guys. Like this is absurd.
Ugh.
This is from the 20 to the 20, dog. This is from the 20 to the 20. This is from his 20 to the opposite 20. This is ridiculous. He didn't even get to step into the throw, dog. Rod, this is crazy. It's just
that's all arm strength. That's all arm strength, dude.
And that is why when we had the conversation, I said it. As bad as Caleb has looked, as bad as he has been up until this point, I can't give up on him. Like I rarely say that. Like he is legitimately too talented to give up on. Like a lot of these dudes, man, you could give up on them, bro. Like they're just holding on to their draft position and when they were drafted. No, Caleb is different. When he was at USC, he literally put throws on tape that I've never seen. I had my doubts about him, and all of those things that I had negative doubts about him came to fruition up until this point. Not being disciplined when it comes to playing the structure, not really seeing things, not throwing when people are open. All of that thing comes to fruition. But that's one of the very rare dudes that you got to ride it out for, though. Like, you got to ride it out.
You got to see it through.
You got to see it through, my boy. You got to see it through, man. All right, Rod, any closing thoughts before we get about here, man?
Listen, man, this was a great weekend of football, Herbie. And the one thing I can say is I'm happy to run it back. We'll be back at it. Well, we're going to be here on Thursday, but next Sunday, I'm ready, bro.
Man, me too, man. And we will see y'all next week, man. Deuces.